If they were, they would stop it right from the get-go. So on top of that, you have a deep fear for the ancestral spirits, the curses, or spiritual attacks that leads to mixing Christianity with all the rites. That's what I was talking about. Because of that fear of the ancestors, you coming up with your own recipe. Because Christianity is not enough. It's not fast enough. It's not strong enough. It's not powerful enough. That gives an incomplete conversion and not a spiritual authority, because you become your own God. Another problem too is the churches that have not enough training. With the Catholic Church in Africa being put aside and the revival of a lot of small congregations, Protestant congregations, to be honest, there's not enough training. They don't know the fullness of the faith. So whatever they transmit to you is something that they think they know, but they don't fully know. And I'm not putting all the priests and all the bishops into the same basket. Some of them are amazing. And that's why you see a lot more African priests coming over to the West than the other way around, because Christianity is dying in West. The postmodern, the post-Christian era is in the West at the moment. But without the proper formation, there's a lot of small congregations and they think they're preaching the Bible, but when you start listening to them, you're really questioning a lot. Close to my mom's house, we have, and I think they're still there, I'm not sure, but when I was living in Cameroon back then, there was a small congregation, Protestant to my understanding, and they would sing all day, even during the night. They were preaching about the Bible, but there was nothing about something that was honest. It was really about the economy. The pastor was there to collect the money more than anything else. And when you see the poverty in African countries, a lot of them, of course, when you're poor, you're desperate. So if you got a pastor that comes and tell you that by giving that money, you're gonna be saved, it's like prosperity gospel, pretty much. It's what's happening. So a lot of people come there with a lot of high hopes because they want to get out of the poverty, they want to leave the country, they want to have better positions into their own careers, even in the country. So they would go there and they would give the money more and more because it's still the exchange and zeal mindset, and not necessarily think about the mercy of God. So a lot of them are being manipulated, sadly enough, and that goes through the emotional preaching that replace the catechesis. My generation, the generation before we fully catechized, it opened the door with a lot of smaller churches that were not Catholic, more Protestant, that would have and create their own authority over people, and they would start preaching through emotions. And when you're desperate, what do you think is going to happen?